One small step for a man, one giant leap.
Hold the jokes, team. We got a lot of work to do here.
Hello and welcome to the Crust. The Crust is a lunar colony builder where the player manages a set of robots on Lunar Colony to mine, build, craft, all the usual colony builder things on the moon in the fairly near future of 2080. This takes place after humanity has built space elevators and has stations in orbit of various spots, Lagrange points, and in orbit of Earth and the Moon. This is my first selection, or second if you count Foundry, for Steam Next Fest. And in this game, we will take a look, or in this episode, we will take a look at this game and see what it's all about, see if it's something we might like to play, and keep an eye on it for the release coming in Q1 of 2024. The game has been in development for 4 years, as the welcome here indicates. It reflects a short version of the game and provides a solid foundation for scaling and implementing new ideas. They plan on doing further development in communication with the gaming community, and they want our feedback. So check this game out on Steam if you're interested in it, and give it a try during Steam Next Fest this week. And that way you can provide any feedback you might like to the developers so they can make the game better. So we're going to just jump into the game and take a look at what it's about, and just spend one episode looking at it like we have done in the past during Steam Next Fest. I think this serves as a good opportunity for me to check out new games that we could potentially play on the channel, for you to check out new games you may potentially like, and for the developer too, because they get to have a little bit of visibility and play activity of their demo on Steam. So let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at the game. And you'll have one game mode at this point. I believe there's a cinematic here too. It should take a few moments, but we'll enjoy that anyway.
HB-11 capsule is delivered to the launch pad. Ready for ascent. Over. Copy that. Start the launch procedure.
Platform 1 is ready for launch. Over.
Launch control. Initiating countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. Elevator to home station 1. Capsule HB-11 has begun its ascent. Stand by to receive. Over.
Hope 1 to elevator, ready for receiving. Over.
Destination Moon, base MT4. Docking gateway provision priority. Highest. Course crossing route. Always in favor of HB-11. Priority launch and landing has been approved by Crust.
Alpha team, get ready to head back home. Over. Watch yourself out there. Lunar night is coming. Stand by, Alpha team. We've got visitors. Bear Tranquilitatis, logistics to incoming transition. Please state your intentions. Over.
Alice to MT Logistics. We have received clearance and hold a signed contract with Mr. Halloway for our mining operations in this designated sector. We're here to commence our activities as scheduled. Over.
MT Logistics to Alice. We weren't informed of your early arrival. We've just finished building the elevator for your drones to access the underground facilities. At the moment, all the electricity is being used to charge the batteries as we prepare for the night. So we can't route power to the elevator right now. I suggest you, Sunshine, to keep your mining buddies in orbit for the next 2 weeks and return with the sunrise. Over.
We made it here right on schedule, but waiting for the next morning on the moon, a whole 2 weeks of downtime, is utterly unacceptable. This could jeopardize our entire mining contract. We need a better plan. And name's Alice. Just saying. Good afternoon, Director. This is Alice, your first Vice President. We have a bit of a situation here, but I'm already on it. Let's just test our connection before we delve any deeper. Give this dialogue box a click if you're hearing me loud and clear. Then we can proceed. Connection solid. That's a start.
I didn't click.
Give me a moment to secure our landing clearance. Feel free to soak in the sights while you wait. I'll ping you as soon as I have an update. So, Robert, do we have a deal?
Let me be clear. The risk of 2-week power outage equals job loss and a costly lawsuit for me. I don't care who you are. Get Halloway on this, but no power for you until sunrise. We just don't have it right now.
Look, Robert, you and I got off on the wrong foot. Our drones are designed for autonomous construction and repair, and we've brought the necessary resources. Grant us landing permission, and we'll handle the power situation ourselves. This benefits both of us. More solar panels for you, and we could land our toys and get going. They also can handle the repairs. So, should I update Mr. Halloway on our successful collaboration?
All right, Alice, you have permission to land. Make sure your drones don't break anything. Over and out.
Director, it is your call now. Permission to land has been granted. Show this Bob the Builder that we can fix this. Select a landing location for the pods near the elevator shaft. Click on the notification located on the left side of the control interface and specify the designated landing spot for the capsule.
Alice, your primary responsibility is to ensure resource extraction and processing at our logistic hub in the Sea of Tranquility. Currently, our operations heavily rely on external supplies. If you can address this issue, even partially, rest assured we'll secure long-term contracts for you. I personally vouched for your mission to the board. You're a promising team with intriguing developments, so you better give me something to convince those skeptical of your worth.
Absolutely, Mr. Halloway. Both the Director and I are immensely grateful to you. Our focus is on establishing a long-term partnership, and we'll give our utmost to make it a reality. You can count on us.
So there's a lot of dialogue there at the beginning, and it's a little bit much, I think. It'd be nicer if it could jump into the game a little bit sooner, but also it does give you a lot of story setting. I think there was I need to do this, I think, just to be safe. I forgot about it. I saw it, and then I forgot about doing it while we were in the main menu. So we need to land the cargo pods. And this, I did this part before, and it had me a little bit weirded out, because I did do this part, and then nothing happened, and then I realized the game was paused. So we need to just unpause the game to do that. That's a little bit of a thing. All the standard controls, though, for using WASD, Q and E for quarter or 1/8 rotation, and mouse wheel, of course. Mouse wheel click and pan to change the angle and whatnot here.
Choose the required modules from the construction panel and position their holograms on the moon's surface. The drones will autonomously gather the necessary resources and commence building.
And so it's going to take us through a little bit of a tutorial here.
On the allocated sites. Our drones will take it from there. You'll see.
And so we need to place some solar panels here to start with. I'm doing shift-click to duplicate the placement as indicated here. That'll have our little drones pull the stuff out of our little boxes. Although we landed, one of the boxes must have just been drones. The other one here is all kinds of stuff. Just a wide array of stuff here, as you can see. Smart concrete, steel, silicon, titanium, aluminium, titanium plates, rare earth elements, components, microcircuits, carbon fiber, food, and fuel. This little panel pulls out to show even more things, which I'm not going to take a look at right now, because there's probably just ores and things. So we're building 4 solar panels, and then we'll have to build a few more things here on the surface before we can actually get into the mining aspect of the game. So in effect, it's actually a factory game, I would say, not a survival crafter game. It's definitely a factory game, because there are things like belts, conveyor belts, and wires and things like that to connect things up. So it's not just about crafting things, it's actually about building a factory.
Not a bad start at all. Alice, can you hear me? Your drones did a good job, better than we expected. All the energy from these panels is yours, but now it's crucial to conserve it if you want to work during the night. To achieve that, you'll need batteries.
It's all good, Robert. I completely understand you. We were already going to build batteries anyway. Director, he's correct. A lunar night lasts nearly 14 and a half Earth days in the absence of sunlight, and batteries are crucial for us. Construct 4 batteries next to the solar panels.
And then we also need to build a charging station here, which I think it will say again later in the dialogue, but it already wants us to get it started, so we're just going to get it started. Building away. So some of the dialogue's a little weird and stilted. I suspect they're using translation software to translate from whatever language or their native languages into English and other languages, I imagine. So hopefully the translations will improve. I never realized there was dialogue there. Interesting. 4 batteries done and the charging station done.
Your drones did a pretty good job, but the wiring tool is only operable by a human. Wire the panels and the batteries together. Next, you just need to power up the elevator, and you'll gain access to the underground level.
Go to the communications panel and select the wiring tool.
So there's 3 ways to access the wiring tool. One, I could have done it here in the power menu. We saw that here. We can also do it in this communications panel for the wires. And the third way is here in the right-click menu. You get access to the wires as well. And all we need to do is just daisy chain these things together, basically. Although, doesn't seem like it worked properly. Oh, I missed there. That's what I did. Can I abort that by any chance? There's a dismantle here. There we go. I screwed up. That's on me. I messed up the daisy chain. You gotta hold shift to daisy chain as the other, and we're just gonna daisy chain them all together. Route it through a power pole here and into the elevator, but then also over to this charging station. And that should take care of everything. And it also shows you the number of connections you can have on each device. So batteries, you can have 3 connections, and we're using 2 of them in every case here. Solar panels can only have 2 connections, so they're really for daisy chaining in a line. Power poles are 4s, which is interesting. I thought they had more available. And then this will connect to 10 things, and this will only connect to 1. And the little color bubble here on the connector point tells you whether you've filled up the available connections or not. So we have plenty available there. We have some available here. These are unavailable. This is unavailable. So tab to switch to the underground level. We already experienced the surface level. Now we can experience the surface or the subsurface mine level. We need to build another module, a mining module, and this is a drone reconfiguration module that configures or converts standard drones to mining or hauling drones. And we just need to put that vaguely in this area. I don't think it really matters horribly where it is exactly, but we want to put that down. They'll come down the elevator and build it for us. By bringing all the stuff down, we need steel and smart concrete and components. Once all the stuff makes it down here, then they will just build it. So you can see it takes them a little bit of time, effort. We must have 8 total bots, because there's 5 sitting around here idle, and there's 3 bringing stuff down still. I hope there's the last one. So now we have 8 total bots to work with. Drones.
Now wire it to the elevator to power up the module.
Okay. Wire that in.
Pardon my curiosity, but how are you going to extract lunar regolith with robot carriers? I am far from a robotic expert, of course, but it seems like we have more questions than answers at this point.
That's an excellent question, Robert, and I'd be delighted to answer it. However, I need to wrap up something first. Director, with the reconfiguration module, you can convert up to 5 worker drones to mining drones and vice versa. Convert 4 drones into mining drones and set an excavation zone for them.
A little bit of a translation issue there, I think, too. And so here we can convert to mining drones. And it said 4, so we'll just do 4. We can do up to 5, but we'll just do 4. And you can see there it's converting.
Now, let's have the drones excavate an area measuring 50 standard units. In the meantime, I'll have a chat with our curious Bob.
So excavation mode is here.
To start the excavation, you need to use the highlighting tool and mark areas for mining, and the digging drones will do the rest. Robert, to answer your question,
So there we go.
our company has been providing repair and maintenance services for robotics and mining equipment for over 10 years. We were involved in the development and maintenance of technology for lunar mining along with the first industrial expeditions to the moon, even before the construction of the space elevator and the full-scale development of the moon by mankind. And I'm pleased to inform you, Robert, that by accumulating our vast experience, we have been able to develop and implement multifunctional drone technology that can be re-equipped for a variety of tasks. As a special bonus, I can include a coloring book set, so you can brighten up your leisure time at work in silence.
Oh, the snark.
Okay, Alice, I get the hint. You do your job and I'll mind my own business. By the way, I'll grab a few coloring books as souvenirs for the kids. I'll be heading home in 2 weeks. Director, I understand that I can be difficult at times, but your Alice is also quite remarkable. She reminds me of my ex-wife.
We're all still on the same channel, Robert.
So what's up with those coloring books?
I'll send them to your wife along with some flowers. She is not likely to see them from her husband.
Oof. That seems painful. Problematic. Oh, we're cutting to a load screen here. Yeah, that looks not good. Not good at all.
Robert, come in, Robert. Do you read me? According to the data, there are no survivors on the base, but I had to check. And I shouldn't have said anything about flowers. We're still receiving a signal from the drones. Our best bet is to try to repair the lift and rebuild the power supply circuit in order to save our equipment. It seems we have no other choice. We are in urgent need of solar panels and accumulators connected in one electrical circuit. With the available resources, direct the drones to construct the power supply modules, aiming to restore the previous setup prior to the explosion. Remember to connect the modules with wires.
Based on the spread of the blast wave, it appears that the explosion took place on the far side of the moon. Fortunately, it occurred at a considerable distance from our mission. However, the strength of the explosion raises additional questions.
So, the only response we get from the head of the scientific department and a renowned scientist is that the explosion was far away, and we don't know the cause?
That's because scientists rely on established facts, rather than speculating based on unreliable data. They prefer to work with what is known, rather than jumping to hasty conclusions. I've heard that First Vice President Alice Vance maintains her composure and professionalism in all circumstances. Perhaps it's time for you to call your alter ego.
Maybe I should, Professor. Tell me, prior to the moon launch, we were actively involved in a range of technologies aimed at advancing autonomous mining. Could you provide an update on the status of this project?
We had a plan for an autonomous extraction plant, but it's currently just a project. Given the circumstances, implementation seems unlikely.
Now we need to fix the elevator to regain access to the underground level. Select it and order the drones to start repairing it.
Okay, repair. And then you want me to build this stuff or wait? I mean, it says to build it, but also it doesn't, in a way, or she didn't. We only have small solar panels now? Well, that's a bummer. Okay. We need at least 4 of these. Just put them in a tight row right there. And batteries, we just do them like this. And then wires. I'm gonna be fancy / ridiculous with my wires this time.
You can change the game speed. Select the required speed using the interface or hotkeys 1, 2, 3. This can speed up the process while building modules, or you can use the pause to plan your future base in a relaxed mode.
There we go. Alright, they are building. So we have speed controls up here as well as the pause. Space, I assume, yep. And 1, 2, 3 for the speeds. There you go.
Objective achieved.
We did fix the elevator. You told me to do that earlier. So now we can get back to the underground level, where we need to hook up a wire.
Crust have made an official statement. I will put it on the screen.
On this day, an unexpected asteroid impact occurred on the surface of the moon. We are currently working tirelessly to re-establish contact with lunar outposts and assess the situation. The number of casualties, if any, is being verified. As a result of the impact, 4 of the 5 lunar orbital stations are non-operational. This has caused disruptions in navigation and logistics systems. Be advised that all lunar-based activities and communications may experience delays or interruptions until further notice. We want to emphasize that Earth is not in any danger as a result of this event. We will continue working around the clock to address this unprecedented event and ensure the safety of all those affected. Do not spread unverified information as it may lead to unnecessary panic.
Mm-hmm. So we need to build a charging station. I guess we do that down here then. Let's see, that was in here.
So, it turned out to be an asteroid after all. Professor, is that even a possibility?
Collision of an asteroid with the moon. That's plausible. However, the possibility of not detecting an asteroid of that size and predicted trajectory in time raises another question. Anyway, we've received your request for research projects. Let's finish the current tasks first, and then we'll address it.
Yeah, we have much fewer resources than we had when the game started.
While lunar outposts showcase humanity's technological advancement, their longevity is limited without the presence of essential resources like steel and concrete. Now we do have electricity, but we need both steel and concrete to keep the modules running. Start by researching and building the pressing module, which enables the production of smart concrete from regolith. While not the most efficient method, we need to prioritize speed over optimization. Additionally, allocate a mining area to the digging drones to ensure a steady supply of raw materials for the pressing module.
Okay, so we'll go in here, and the pressing module is the only thing we can do. Arrow back out again. And then we can do the excavation thing. I suspect we need to convert the miners again, but we can do that. Let's have them go ahead and work on this. Yeah, they're charging. They're all hanging out here, so we need to convert 4 or 5 of them again. We'll just do 4. That'll be fine. And we'll start mining. Once that pressing module is done, we can get that built. 75% done. One more tick. There you
Now
go.
Professor Wilfrey will explain to you how to use our research projects, and I will come back to you later.
Let's begin with the fundamentals, Director. Each unit of regolith contains its own percentage of valuable resources, and at the moment, you're primarily mining barren rock. To locate resource deposits, we require the ore detector. Open the research panel, select geological exploration, and we can proceed with our work. Once this research is completed, you'll gain the ability to construct the ore detector. We had prepared this research plan for the distant future, but we must adapt and work with it now. It may seem cynical, but considering the circumstances, our best course of action at the moment is to try to save the equipment that has miraculously survived.
Okay. So we need to research the ore detector. Oops, I clicked the wrong button. That's this one. The geophysical prospecting. Well, that's building. And then that's going to give us...
All right, now get the drones to build it. I wouldn't wait too long if I were you. And add a bulk resource storage to it, so your drones have a place to take the regolith they've mined. Keep in mind that the detector contains ultra-sensitive phased arrays, making it essential to construct it below the moon's surface. It is not designed to withstand lunar dust and solar radiation.
So there's a little bit of, I don't know, brokenness, I would say, for lack of a better word, to the pattern or the path you follow here. Like, it jumped straight to researching the ore detector, and then once I built this, then it was like, oh, hey, build us storage, but then it kind of just ignored that bit. So that's kind of an interesting thing. And I'm not sure how the storage works entirely, but I'm going to guess that I need to put it somewhere like this and then maybe use the belts for this part?
Research
Maybe?
complete.
Or do I even need to? I mean, yes, I could have them store up all this stuff, but we can also just have them do it the way they're doing it, I would imagine. Ore detector, let's put that over here on the side. And then, of course, we need another wire. And that's going to require quite a few materials, so it's going to take them a few moments to bring all that stuff down. 10 things, so that's a few trips. With only 4 drones left. What do we have here? Battery charging. Current power grid available. So we're generating 92. We have a max consumption of 21, so we have a balance of 71. That 71 goes into making or charging the batteries. Ah, good.
Don't forget to wire it up.
I did.
The ore detector uses battery power to every scan. The bigger the scanning area, the more power it requires. Select the ore detector and scan the regolith around it. You need to find the nearest iron vein and then excavate the regolith from it with mining drones. Using the detector consumes battery power, and the larger the scan area, the more power is consumed. Remember this and try not to leave your base without power.
I'm guessing that this is something we want to scan, since it says scan with the thing first.
Now, we require a smelting furnace which employs the reduction method to convert the oxide into usable resources. Although we haven't tested this technology yet, theoretically it should work as intended.
Theoretically? Professor, are you sure that it's worth taking the risk at this moment?
Our whole enterprise is now one big risk. It can't be eliminated even if we do absolutely nothing. So yes, I'm quite certain about that.
Okay, so it kind of gave us a little bit of a circle I saw here, maybe. So I guess we can't mine directly there, but we can mine elsewhere, maybe? Like this? We'll see. It's a lot of units, though. It's 13,213 units of ore, but most of it's already been excavated, as far as I can tell. Unless you can, like, mine this directly, like, straight down. Consider drones priority for excavation with a special tool. Mining drones will start digging the red zone first. Interesting. Is that here? Is that what this is? Yeah, priority zone on and off. Okay. Interesting. Maybe we want to scan a little bit more, though, because, well, that wasn't exactly the best scan, potentially. I see there's a little arc right there, a little arrow. That's water. Can we find maybe some more over here? And we're using our battery power, but I mean, what are you going to do? There's some more iron, just a little bit. Alright, so we wanna go ahead and hit that area over there too. Let's do an excavation. Oh good, it shows it on the map. Okay, so maybe we can't get that until we get some other kind of drill. There's some iron over there too. Let's just dig straight into this basalt? Wait, or is that the iron over there? That might be it over there. How do I cancel the remove? There it is. Okay. Oh, I could erase, I guess, too. Nope, we want the bigger brush, thank you. Let's go over here and just do something like that. What's this do? Or do they mine it directly out of the ground? Is that what they're going to do? Oh, that's what they're going to do. Okay, that's how you get it out of the ground. Interesting. Build a smelting furnace. We need to research that first. That was over here. I saw that when we were clicking through. There's also an extractor which unlocks extracting rich regolith. Allows to build the extractor. That must be what we build on top of those nodes too. Alright, so we have, it's also told me there we have 2.7 days, I'm assuming, to do that unlock. We are at January 10th of 2080 right now. 10th of January, as you may. In the meantime, we are making a bunch of concrete. Smart concrete, so that's good. Smart. Can we make conveyor belts yet? Apparently not. No, we can't yet. So I shouldn't have put this that close to the charging station. I guess I could potentially move or rebuild one of those things, but for now I think we're okay. And you are presumably excavating the iron and things that are here. Yes, I saw a blue or purple icon. So that would have been the silicon, maybe? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Interesting there's not any steel in this pal yet. Oh, there it goes. I was going to say, given the fact that it's over 50% steel or iron, that's weird that it's called iron deposits and it calls it steel even though it's iron ore. But also titanium, it's only called Titan here, silicon, aluminum, and water, which are not iron deposits. This over here is an ice deposit, but also has other minerals in it. Okay, I guess that makes sense. It just primarily is water. It's kind of weird that they call it steel when it's not steel yet. It's iron ore. And here's the iron node over here. So we have found that. And we're waiting on this to be done. Maybe we'll go to speed 2 for a little while. We'll let them keep making bricks, of course. And then we can get something else going on. Are you all bored? Is that the deal? So maybe you can come over here and mine this with me? How did I get that to show up before? Don't know. Oh, that's how, with the excavation tool. Okay. Let's put all 4 of them on this, since that's the thing it says we need. And while these folks are cleaning up the regolith to make smart bricks out of, we can figure that part out. Quite an array of things here. 85%. Oh, we're actually discharging the batteries right now. Interesting.
Research complete.
Okay, so we can build the smelting furnace now. Takes in ore on one end and outputs iron on the other. I guess we can just park it right there, because I don't know where else to park it. They're collecting the bricks directly from here, but then they'll have to go upstairs to get the components and apparently some more bricks. They must have taken the extra bricks that we made upstairs or something. There's 3 of them up here. Not a lot. We don't even know what this is. Titanium.
Now select the recipe for producing steel in the smelting furnace.
Okay, and I gotta power it too. Forgot about the power. Forgot about that part. Let's see. Produces steel.
Objective
The
achieved.
smelting furnace always requires oxides to begin production of any resource, and
Okay.
mining drones are able to extract oxides directly from the vein. It's not the most efficient way, but we have to start right now. Order them to excavate the regolith on top, and then assign them to extract iron oxide from
I
the
did
vein.
that.
Enter excavation mode to be able to assign mining drone to mine the vein.
I see
And
now.
set the number of drones that will mine oxide from the vein. Now you have steel and smart concrete production, but it is extremely inefficient. To secure a foothold, we need to build a fully capable production chain.
You do have a plan, don't you, Professor?
And while they're digging, we need to research underground mining and build the extractor. Select the necessary research, and we will start working on it immediately.
Unlock underground extraction and build an extractor on an iron vein. Hey, look at that. We figured that was coming. There we go. 5 days. So I think that all we can do at this point is that. And I guess we could build some of these storages if we wanted to have a place to store those things, but they're not cheap. They require titanium plates that we don't have. So I don't know why the game wanted us to make those. I guess we could also do another smelting furnace to smelt some of the other stuff, though. We could easily smelt titanium, silicon, and aluminum here, unless they require some other odd ingredient. What did this require as far as building goes? Bricks and those special parts. How many of those special parts do we have left? Oh yeah, over here. 13 of them. So we could potentially build another smelting furnace. Because we do have other things here that we could smelt. So that's a possibility. I don't know if I want it that close, so maybe I should push it up a little bit. Build another one of those, see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen, so we can see what will happen. Not enough power. Ooh. We may not... Oh, wait, because that's not connected via wire. Maybe. Although we are draining more power than we're... Yep, so we can't actually afford to power that. So never mind. We're at 92, so we're okay. Running at full speed helps, though. There we go.
Research complete.
So now we can build one of those extractors. Is that here in production? Or in mining, probably. Extractor. Okay, so that just sits on top of this. And somehow, it looks like we can get up to 9 terminals connected there. And I want to point it this way so we can maybe run a belt in there. We'll see how that works. I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll see. I'm guessing you're going to need power as well. You're going to run out of power connections for the elevator pretty soon. Oh, and I already did. Let's delete that. Already botched it, I should say. There we are. And then, yeah, you already delivered something to it. Let's do that again. Wires here. Oh, you can't reach that far. Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, I guess we're going to need to have a power pole here someplace.
Make sure to connect the extractor to the circuit vine. The shift button will help you to create a chain of electric poles.
Mm-hmm. Just got to get that built. And they're already in process, so that's good. Like there's bricks laying around and steel laying around.
Director, unauthorized signal on line 1. I think you might want to hear this. I'm putting it on the main screen.
No narration? Director, my name is Clyde Draper, and I directly represent the interests of Crust. We are aware of your activity on the moon, and that you are trying to keep your company and equipment.
The extractor has started mining operations. Now let's research the single regolith refinery to produce iron oxide. Prior to the expedition, we devised a 3-stage processing chain to convert regolith into a refined resource. The first one is the extraction of the regolith itself from the deposits. It is done by the extractor, and you already have one. The second stage involves the use of the single regolith refinery. This module utilizes a thermal reaction to extract the required oxides from the regolith while processing the remaining rock into slag.
Okay, perhaps this is where we can help each other. Your primary task will be to examine the nearby repeater. You're now operating beyond the confines of fair competition and industrial espionage regulations. Also, Crust authorizes you to use all found data and equipment without restriction. The data retrieved by the rover has the potential to accelerate your research efforts. Professor Wilfrey is well aware of what to do with it. Mr. Ratchet will handle the rover's operations accordingly. We will provide you with further updates as necessary. Over and out. Okay then. So our mining drones are idle now.
Did you hear the news? Crust put you in charge of the new toy. Try not to wreck it. We won't be getting a second one.
Not only have we almost lost all our equipment and communication, now we also have Crust to deal with. By the way, Wilfrey, it seems they haven't forgotten about you either. Anyway, Director, let's see what we got. Land the pod with the rover and we will proceed.
Single regolith refinery. Oh, we can only go this deep on the demo. And then we need to land the pod with the rover. Oh, we have it here? Okay. How about we go there? And we'll get that unlocked while we're bringing this in.
Wait a second, so there is nothing bothering you two? What makes you think we're even accepting this offer, and how about checking with me and the director?
Alice, back to 15 years ago, Wilfrey and I were working for Crust.
The situation consists of the remnants of a miraculously surviving moon base, an undisclosed loss of life, and a world teetering on the brink of a humanitarian catastrophe. Do we truly consider this situation to be precisely in our favor?
If there were any discernible advantage for us in refusing to cooperate with Crust, then I would understand the purpose of this conversation. However, as of now, I'm still failing to see it.
Wilfrey is indeed an aging cynic, but his point holds true. If there's anything left to save, we'll need Crust's resources. Moreover, the desire to keep the company seems like a valid motive to push forward. Horizon 6 augmented so far that only the hull is factory-made. This is top-notch equipment, a rarity even among Crust's inventory. Send it out of the base, see what we can find.
Send the rover outside the base. Select the rover and send it off base by clicking the button in the rover interface. Leave the base. Okay. Let's go faster so we can get there faster.
Crust
Objective
gave us
achieved.
the coordinates of the repeater near our base. We need to send the rover there and check the status of the repeater.
Okay. So that was this globe or moon icon.
Objective
Before the
achieved.
explosion, we had a satellite navigation system for lunar transport with the signal transmitted through repeaters. Now there is no signal, so we are operating almost blindly. Perhaps we can find a way to restore the system, at least to some extent.
Now that we have the opportunity, the science department is eager to receive any data we uncover. With the right approach, it will help speed up our research efforts considerably.
Great, Wilfrey. While you're enjoying your cozy lab as usual, I'm here sifting through scrap metal.
It's a remote-controlled rover. The director runs it, and you're in an equally cozy dispatch center. But you still keep complaining.
Alright, let's start the expedition to that part of the repeater, and then we have other things we'll be able to go to later. Scout rover, investigate. There we go. Okay, so you have to link the expedition site with the vehicle that you want it to go, there, and then start the expedition that way. We can back out of that, and we can jump back down to our site here, which I think I need to move over here. And there's not enough power to run the modules because, well, it's dark. I guess, does that mean we have to wait until the sun comes back up on the moon in a couple of days? I think it does. So maybe in that case we should look into how much it costs to make a little bit more power generation so that we can have a little bit more power when we're ready. 2 steel and 2 silicon. We have plenty of that. Plus batteries are 1 steel and 3 silicon. Let's make a few more of these. Maybe 4 more of each. Come on back up, drones, and get to work. And then, of course, wires. Let's do here, there, 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 there. For reasons that are not, at this moment, really apparent to me for that pattern, but hey, sometimes patterns are fun. So we can't do anything right now. We're completely dead in the water power-wise. And to the point where these folks might not even, these bots might not even do anything. They might even break down because they don't have an infinite battery either. They have to charge. So what might be more useful would be to just speed through the game until we get to the sun again. And while these folks are doing the building and while the expedition is expediting, although it's out of power too, and while the research is researching.
Research complete.
So we have the single regolith refinery. We could build that too. Production, I'm guessing? Or mining? Mining. So that's going to take in the ore from there. Can we just plug these like directly like this? Oh, that would be useful if we can. And that'll output, it looked like, we can tell it what to output, which oxide. So we want it to probably output iron oxide, I'm guessing. And that'll output two tons, or yeah, 2,000 units of slag for every 600 units of iron oxide when we bring in 1,000 units of regolith. Interesting. Just about back to the sun coming up. Actually, it's up now, so we should have power again a little bit. Luckily, we hooked these things up, so we've got a bit more power than we had before, so hopefully it will charge swiftly, so we can be in good state for next week, or 2 weeks rather, when the sun goes back down. That needed repaired, so I repaired it, and we can take a look also at the rover's status. It is still roving. Good. You all are coming down here to build this thing. Not enough power to run the module. We should have.
The single regolith refinery, according to its name, can only get one type of oxide at a time. Be sure to select the iron oxide recipe to start production.
And now that you have a functioning steel production line, we can enhance its efficiency by connecting the modules with a conveyor belt.
Ooh, conveyor belt. There we are. 10 days for that research. And you're producing iron oxide, and then what do we do with the iron oxide? We turn that into here, to the smelting furnace, I guess? Apparently so. Instead of mining the... Yeah, because we're mining this regolith from here, but it gives us iron oxide. I see. Okay. We had some other crap laying on the ground. Maybe we should just turn that into titanium if we have enough. The repeater was severely damaged after the explosion. The central console reported total system failure and shut down, but Rover's examination helped uncover a few surviving storage drives with data as well as valuable resources. 60 blue science for 90 days, 60 orange science maybe? I'm guessing on these here a little bit. For 90 days, and 60 green science for 90 days. So that helps. That's here our daily income. Right now we're spending
Director,
orange.
While we have found enough useful data, there are also enough valuable resources for us to pick up. I would suggest that we don't get in touch with Crust until we get them out.
Mr. Ratchet, are you fully aware of the gravity of our situation and the current events? Nor do we even have anything to carry it with. This rover is not capable of carrying cargo.
Very much so, Alice. And we need those resources now more than ever. And I'm sure my drones can fix this piece of junk. It's a Pathfinder 3B, an older model, but it offers enhanced off-road capabilities and greater cargo capacity. Exactly what we need.
Ooh. So we need 3 components and 45 steel to repair that. We should have enough stuff to repair that. Why? It's weird, it shows with the green button for a second there. And then before I can click on it, it shows nada. We should have the stuff to do that. Maybe we need to be able to get through here to do that? So maybe we should salvage... Oh, we need to have salvage research, so that doesn't help. We definitely have 9 of those, and we definitely have plenty of steel. I wonder if there's a bug there. Yeah, I know it needs repair, but I can't repair it. Oh, repair with 45. Maybe we don't have 45. Never mind. Never mind, Wally. Never mind. We need to keep making the things here. Did we finish? No, we haven't finished that yet. We're just making the things. Make all the things. We're on speed 2, so we should be good there. Should I have them do a little extraction while we're waiting here? I don't really know what the comms sound that I'm hearing is about, but... I will turn all this stuff into something usable that's laying around, right? Right. Right. Oh yeah, much better. I don't know what happened to that one last piece of titanium, but I'm fine with it if it disappeared. It was only one. And we made a couple. So then are you converting... You are converting regolith. What about slag? What is that used for? Oh, and I see. So it depends on the regolith that's getting fed into it. The regolith this is mining is that or that deposits balance, more or less, rounded to the nearest whole percentage point. And then this here has the same number, so they are kind of fed together. Okay, and these might be connected automatically, or it might be carrying this stuff back and forth. Looks like it's carrying it back and forth. We'll have to see if I made these too close to put a conveyor belt in there. We're definitely carrying the oxide over to here. Definitely. It's getting to be nearly nighttime again, or past midday anyway, on the moon. We only have 39 steel, so we need a few more to repair that other rover. And we have just a few percentage points left on the conveyor belts. You produce 20 in a minute. You consume 20 in a minute. That's good. Director, our data indicates that the resource supply lines from Earth, from nearly all regions of Earth, have been disrupted due to the lunar explosion. At this moment, billions are in desperate need of our assistance, and any resources we can provide will have significant impact. Therefore, our immediate priority should be to construct a landing platform. Once completed, we can strategize our next steps and continue our relief efforts more effectively. Alright, let's check out these belts before we go. We're going to have to wrap up soon, but actually we can do it, I think, from here. If I connect now you from there to there, build all. Hey, look, we got a belt. And then I can also, if I wanted to, take from here and somehow loop around and into there. It's going to cost 3,600, whatever those credits are.
You now
That's fine.
have the
Build.
capability to construct production chains. At this point, I'll hand you over to Ratchet and Alice. If things continue progressing like this, we might just have a chance to succeed.
Nice. Alright, well, this is where we're going to end here, I think. I guess we could trigger the construction, or we almost can trigger the construction of the repair here, rather, of this other rover. But we're going to end this here, and in the future, if this is something interesting to you, we can return to it. Let me know what you think of this game in the chat during this premiere, or in the comments, or come to my Discord and we can chat about it there. I like this type of game, or the production chain types of games, like factory games. So this is definitely something that I'm interested in playing, but let me know your interest in it for yourself as well as for my my channel, and we can come back and visit the game in the beginning of 2024 when it releases onto Steam. I don't know if it's going to be an early access release or a full release. Looks like it's going to be a full release, but don't quote me on that. So once again, or I should state, since I didn't say it at the beginning, VEOM Studio, and the publisher is Critevo, and it is called The Crust. And check it out on Steam, and I will have a link to the Steam page in the description below, and you can also find a link to my Discord in the description below. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.